Okay, my friends. So this is the start of a new session. Yesterday was a very intense one. Basically, I did not expect all of the kind of crazy Shinra escape, all of that kind of stuff that happened after Barrett and Dine. I was kind of thinking we finish that whole situation, and then worst case we have like one battle that's like 5 minutes, and then we can kind of just chill and talk about what we experienced. But the session took much longer to finish. Like it was an extra kind of half an hour on top that I wasn't quite expecting. And so I didn't quite have time to wrap everything up and just sort of move on to this very interesting Zack segment. But yeah, I mean, that Barrett and Dine sequence I just thought was so damn good. First of all, like massive props to John Eric Bentley and to Dine's voice actor. I don't know who it is, unfortunately. I'll try to credit them as I edit this. But yeah, amazing performance, and another one of those moments where it was just one of the biggest, most anticipated story moments for me personally, because I'm just such a fan of Barrett, and I think his story is so underrated. I think it's one of those stories that the OG, it was cool and all that, but it could never really fully do it justice, I think. And to kind of see it now in the way it was just so well done. It made me really emotional. Just something about certain like characters and their stories and what they go through, it just it gets to me. And I think in my old age I'm a bit more emotional than I used to be. I think back when I was doing my first like commentary playthroughs on the channel and stuff, I think it was just something, you know, maybe youth, whatever you want to call it. I think maybe some people get a little bit more emotional with age, or they're more able to express their emotions with age. I don't know. I might be one of those people. I didn't exactly cry, but my eyes really did like well up. I was pretty close. It was just really powerful, that scene for me. Hopefully it hit for you guys too, and you also appreciated and enjoyed it. With those scenes, you just never know, man. Certain scenes, they just don't get to people. Like, some people might have watched that whole segment and been like, okay, whatever. But, I don't know, for me, it was pretty major and just amazing. I really thought that was just so well done. And, well, there's more to come, as I say. I always remember the red stuff in Cosmo Canyon being quite emotional for me, even in the OG. And that's still to come. And then, of course, we have Temple of the Ancients and just lots more stuff to come. Like, this game at this stage, I would have to say, in general, it's blown me away. Just obviously the scale of everything. We're like 40 hours in. Well, 42 hours in almost. And just the fact that we still have so much more to do. And the fact that, again, the big moments so far, I really think it's done a great job. It's nailed them. Just the sheer scope and the ambition and a lot of the execution of this game has just been absolutely brilliant. And so for me at least, so far, right, again, at this present moment in time, it's the best Final Fantasy since 10 for me. It clears 16 and it clears Final Fantasy 12. And so for me at least, if it carries this on and if it can end strong, it doesn't get too wacky. Like the Whisper stuff in the remake was a bit wacky, and I wasn't a big fan of the Whispers. Didn't diminish my overall enjoyment of the game. I still thought it was really good, but I hope it's not kind of Whispers level of silliness or wackiness or just changing it up or whatever you want to call it. And we can end strong, and I can say that this is the closest thing to the golden era that I've personally experienced since what I believe the golden era was ended with Final Fantasy X/12 is what I always say. So let's get on with it. We have this interesting Zack section in which he is looking for Biggs. And yes, this area has been brought back in from Remake as well. So not only do we have all of the entire extra world that they created for Rebirth, they're like, yeah, we'll just put some of Midgar back in as well because we can do that. And so it's been pretty insane.
What do you guys think's gonna happen to us?
I do think this might be a good section to kind of listen to the chatter.
You were the guy with Aerith, right?
Because this is obviously just such an interesting situation. That's really cute. Just great touches, man. At this moment in time, I'm quite far ahead of most of my friends, so I don't know how they're going to react to some of the stuff that I've seen in like Corell and that kind of thing. Very curious to see more reactions. Obviously, I'm doing my best to avoid spoilers, so I'm not really in the streams and talking about it with the community. But among my friends, I'm very curious to see how they treat the last like 5-10 hours that I've played. But overall, it seems pretty much all of my friends that are playing through the game.
Why don't we all go camping? I
Very
still
happy.
get some use out of the new car.
You mean it? Awesome! But don't you have to go to work?
Hey there. You seen anyone who looks like this?
Afraid not.
Okay, that's a good start.
Wanted to spend my final days with the family, so I said to hell with work. More time to get through my bucket list, too.
I guess all the people who would remember us are gonna get wiped out too. Kind of
Does this guy look familiar to you?
Who's that?
I hope she gets better soon. You could really use the help.
Yeah, you got that right. This place just isn't the same without her around.
Still eavesdropping here.
Children of the planet, behold the wound in the skies above, wrought by our hand.
But yeah, I think that's the only parallel I've really been able to draw. Obviously in Aerith's world, well, I say Aerith's world, but in the world of the protagonist, I don't know what to even call it anymore, but you get what I mean. In the other world, there is this general narrative of the planet is dying, but we can't really see that. Like, there's no indication from there, and everything looks okay other than the political stuff. Like, there's no obvious signs, but people like Red are able to say, like, things look okay, but it's not what you think it is. The planet is dying. And over here, there's a much more obvious, like, the planet is dying situation going on here. And so that's the only, like, obvious kind of thing that I can draw from the two worlds.
The investigation into the strange rift that appeared.
Hey there. You seen anyone who looks like this?
Can't say I have.
So far, no good.
I can't stop wondering.
Additionally, Director Heidegger of Public Security had this to say in regards to the growing fear that the planet's demise is imminent. We're doing everything in our power to determine the nature of this rift. Disregard any baseless speculation. Tune in the day after tomorrow for our interview with the President, where we'll discuss the recent tornado, as well as his plans to combat the rift.
So they're calling it the Rift.
Avalanches screwed up the sky, too.
The investigation into the strange rift that appeared above Midgar continues.
I can't stop wondering what's on the other.
Shit! Think that's Avalanche?
Could be.
Additionally, Director Heidegger
check it out.
of Public
This is gonna be our last picture.
Even more explosions going on here.
Let's make it our
Treat you and yours to something special.
This track's really nice too.
Every time I sleep, I dream about all the things I wish I'd done differently.
It's a depressing place.
That's gotta be Avalanche again.
That was the church, right? Is it true there was a light?
Did that go over by the tell me there's more?
Okay.
What the hell was that?
What? Don't think. Can't we have a moment, please?
There we go. See, boy.
Is that? There's our man.
We're going back, right? Okay.
Pardon me? So where are we bound this fine day?
South. Far south.
Then what's there?
Not Corell, that's what. Now step on it.
Very well, south it is. Hold on to your hats.
Okay, chapter 9, let's go.
Hey, RoboCat. You act all buddy-buddy, but we don't know a thing about you. Let's fix that.
There's not much to know. I'm a 9-to-5 nobody at a small Shinra subsidiary. Another paper-shuffling, copy-pasting forwarder of emails.
Another Shinra lapdog.
Lap cat.
My mistake.
But you lot are special. Properly special. Never met a specialer group of people in all my life. How could I not tag along?
How can I not tag along? Bullshit.
Come now, this is a road trip. We should be bonding, not fighting.
Barrett, promise me you won't take down Scarlet unless I'm there with you.
Alright, I promise. If you don't give up the ghost right here and now, that is.
I won't let some stupid guard get the better of me. Not before I punch that witch right in the mouth. Oh, that's it. I can't.
Wait, just wait. We'll find somewhere to... Pull over! She's about to pop!
Wait, lassie! Not in the buggy! Not in the buggy!
Oh, but of course Barrett did the attempted the Scottish accent. That's why it's the best.
Feeling any better? Leave me.
Where to now? We don't have any leads. And driving in circles, hoping to spot a black robe is...
The worst idea ever!
When you don't know where life's leading, you should get yourself a reading!
Ooh.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Your lucky food is mushrooms.
Mushrooms, eh? Mushrooms. Wait! Barrett, you mentioned something earlier about the Corell reactor, did you not? You saw a weapon there, right?
Yeah, but I don't recall telling you.
Well, it might interest you to know that just a wee drive from here, there's another rundown reactor.
Reactor? Materia! Okay, I'm good. Everybody back in the car. Let's go, go, go!
Well, couldn't hurt to check it out, I guess.
Aye, just a wee drive from here, so it is. Shall we?
Why not?
Oh, Cloud? Mind taking the wheel?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, float it south through the sands till we start seeing green. We'll be pulling up outside that reactor before you can say Mako.
There we go. Kate Sith has joined the party. And then there were 6. The buggy is capable of traversing not only the land but shallow waters as well, and faster than the average chocobo at that. Excellent. Roll over transmutation materials while collecting to yes, you see? Nice touches again. Still get to collect your stuff. Beautiful. Okay, Gold Source was offering new experiences at some of its attractions. You can access the Chocobo Cup. Musclehead Coliseum has also started offering 6-person team bounce. So I think at this time, that's the kind of thing where I will come back to that at some future time.
Lucky food fortune? I mean, why mushrooms?
Well, this reactor's smack bang in the middle of a place famous for, you guessed it, the world's favourite fungi.
Ooh.
Mushrooms grow near a reactor. Yeah, I'll pass, thanks.
Okay, so this is the reason why we could not do any of this stuff previously, because we needed the buggy to do it. And so, for me at least, we've done a big chunk of story here, and it's time for me to get back to business and do some more of the exploring stuff before we move on to Gongaga, which is where I assume we're going. So, there were some things that we left unfinished, like we have Johnny's quest and that kind of thing, so I'll start with this tower, then I'll probably backtrack to this tower, and then I'll start heading towards here, and we'll generally start opening out this area and seeing what's available. So there's 5 quests in total here, one's probably with Kate Sith, and yeah, we'll go from there, because we still have a decent chunk of intel to gather. So buckle up, kids, because we are going exploring and questing. Let's do it. But yeah, I think, I think we should start using Kate Sith, honestly. Be a good idea. But yeah, the interesting part is, again, from the OG, I seem to remember that it was a mystery that Kate Sith was basically kind of someone from Shinra, along with the gang. And obviously that was one of the things I think that the player didn't know, and then the player maybe started to realize, and the party didn't know. So I think here they're treating Kate Sith a little differently. Like the fact that Barrett's already basically got the lowdown on Kate Sith, that he's an employee at Shinra. Obviously we don't know, the party doesn't know who specifically Kate Sith is, we do. But I feel like that happened earlier than it did in the OG. I might be wrong, but yeah, that's the feeling I get. Now, let's have a look at this team. I said there were 6. I was lying. There's 7 now. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Right, let's use... I'm gonna say... I don't know what type of fighting style Kate Sith has, so... I'm gonna go with... Level 34. Wow, okay. Yeah, we'll give ourselves a bit of range. So we'll start with these two for now. The dynamic duo of Kate. I feel like Kate Sith and Yuffie's a good combination. This is so cool, man. Alright. Let's see. Yellow megaphone. Ah, we have the iron one too. See. Roll of the dice. Roll a die. Resulting effect varies depending on which number appears. Proficiency bonus. Roll a 1, 3, or a 6. We already have the bonus. Deal damage, great or small, or perhaps just get your fortune told. Okay. Sure. See what we can do. Fortress Bracer. Take this off the big boy. What materials does Kate Sith have? We should also check. So we'll take a little bit of menu time first before we kind of get going here. We need to find out what kind of fighter is Kate Sith. Oh, Kate Sith comes with that magnifying material. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, finally. Finally. Okay. It's a shame we can't like double chain, just like chain together. Magic efficiency materia plus magnify plus healing, but obviously can't have everything. So, let's see. I have been waiting a long time for magnifying materia. And for me at least, I still use it the most for healing. Obviously if you had 2, you know, one for defensive maneuvers, one for attacking maneuvers, it'd be brilliant, but we'll see. 500 AP to get to the second level's not so bad. Right, what about these? Reduces damage taken by move or... yeah, sure. Yeah, not a lot of MP here, that's one thing we're lacking. Also, to be fair, this literally gives us a rise, but obviously the materia cost is huge for that. This is nice, I think, this combination here. You just get Fyra and Blizzara as standard. So I think with Yuffie in general, I've decided to try and go for less of an elemental approach because she can automatically use all 4 elements. We can still get some benefit from that, and I can use her materia slots for other things. So we're giving her some more like debuff type stuff. Poison, deprotect, sleep, bio. So I think that should probably help. But she doesn't need 2 HP up materials. That's a bit of a waste, I think. Thankfully we have 7 summons here, so it's also good. Okay, taking me a little bit of time, but I think I'm ready to go now. The final thing I will check actually is the transmuter. I haven't had a look at that for a while. I think we should start to get some of this stuff now. Planet Splendor and that kind of thing. Okay, let's go. First tower. I'm excited. So the toy form appears once the fight begins, or we flip between both? Ah, okay. So it's in like cat form and Moogle form. That's interesting. These guys are weak to fire.
Keep it together.
Right. Kate Sith fights with a megaphone and his trusty Moogle mount. Press square to attack or summon his Moogle with the Let's Ride ability, which will unlock more of Kate Sith's ATB commands. As the Moogle attacks, its triangle meter will steadily fill. Press the button to deplete the meter and activate the Moogle abilities like fight or defense. While astride the Moogle, hold down square to attack alongside your fuzzy pal. Press circle to dismount. There's a lot of like triangle, circle, square. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bit of time here. Okay. Oh, it's slow moving. Interesting. The ATB doesn't fill as fast, but we get new abilities. Okay, let's have a look at these. Evade and attack, then use the Moogle to counter with reckless charge. Builds ATB gauge when successful. Let's just try this. Let's play around with these new abilities.
You won't regret this. Wanna beg for mercy? Got you now. Ready for a smackdown? You're gonna get what's coming to you. How about you show
Hang
us
back.
Little.
Don't overdo it.
Hey!
Come on, you!
It's an interesting way to fight. I don't know. Okay, so it's gone. It's very weird to have something so tiny here. Wow, it's getting picked on a lot there. Poor Kate Sith. So the no ATB item there.
Just a fortune teller.
Yeah, that's not how I thought it would be. I thought it like you would automatically pop onto the big Moogle thing. Yeah, it's definitely not quite as easy to use as the others. Are they really doing that? Okay. Of course, even with the towers, they've got to change it up and up the ante a little. Fine. So yeah, Kate Sith was not one that I used very much in the OG, I think. And maybe on immediate first impression, I'm not sure for this one either, but we'll see. I think, honestly, it's one that's probably worth doing the tutorial with Chadley. So we'll see. I mean, I'll definitely use it a little bit for now. It's not like we're encountering super difficult stuff that we have to be incredibly optimized for. We'll manage. There we go. The journey begins. I think... Ah, yes. Who can forget?
Cloud. I detected proto relic signals emanating from nearby modular reactor. I'm sending you its location. I would like you to investigate.
Uh-oh. Sandstorm must have kicked up or something. Transmission go through?
Yeah.
Those are pretty important, as we're seeing. So far, it's always been connected to Gilgamesh. Do we have to do this? Can I not just... I can jump down from here. Yes, good. Thank you, game. Thank you, game. Yeah, I've got venison. But we're looking for splendor. Can we just cross this ourselves? We should be able to, right? And we got this place that looks cool. Ah, okay. There's been a lot of like dry, rocky, mountainous environments, but there's just about enough variety, I think, for me to generally still really enjoy it. What are they getting at here? They need to. We need to go through this pipe, probably. It's probably a buggy. Yeah. Okay. Right. They want to make sure you're using the tools. I will say the Dio scene was a little weird. Like, I generally really like how they've done Dio, like the over-the-top Mr. Olympia flexing and all that kind of stuff. It's all good. But the way that it was done with like Dyne, just kind of he's lying there dead and Dio still just like flexing, and like, it was a bit too, because obviously the flexing, there's a comic relief element of it, but Dyne's just literally dead there, and we've just had a really heavy moment and he's standing there flexing and all that stuff. I did find it a little jarring, personally. That's the one thing that I would say. I'm not sure, like, they could have just done it somewhere else and not literally right where he is. That's a bit weird, but... Right, here we go. Go. The Tale of Decline. Let's have a look at that. Okay. Coal was in high demand in the days of the Republic, and the wealth of Mount Corell drew miners from far and wide. Though the work was hard and dangerous, the laborers banded together to overcome their difficulties, forming a close-knit community in the process. Alas, the advent of Mako saw the price of coal plummet, spelling disaster for the people of Corell. As they struggled to find a way forward, Shinra proposed the construction of a Mako reactor, and after much debate, the villagers accepted the offer. The reactor was constructed with astonishing haste, but just prior to being brought online, it was torn apart by an immense explosion, and has been left in ruins ever since. Yeah, obviously, like the whole, when it comes to Barrett's story and his involvement with that stuff, my gut reaction, like while listening to it all, was like, come on man, it can't have just been Barrett, there must have been other people, like even the mayor could have easily vetoed the whole like adding a reactor there, and Barrett's taking such huge personal responsibility for everything that happened. He's like, I'm like, come on man, surely it can't be that much. But you know, that's how it goes. But then like seeing all of that stuff in his story, you can just really see why he hates the Shinra so deeply. It quite literally cost him and people he loved everything. And again, it is partly down to him. And so the fact that he has to live with that, and well, even dying his dying words, you have to live with that guilt. It's really heavy stuff. The fact that he's been carrying that around for all these years. I don't know, I've always just thought his story was great. I mean, it came from obviously a place of good intention. He just wanted to have a better life for the people that he cares about. And it just all went so bad. And it seems like the people of Corell never really cut him any slack for it. Like, the mayor died in the process, but the mayor also looked exactly like the Doctor, which I got a bit confused by. Like, are they twins or something, or they just look alike? They use a similar looking character model. That did, like, initially I was like, wait, what the hell? Like, the mayor became Dr. Sheeran? Like, I got a bit confused by that. But I have to imagine it's not quite like that. So yeah, I mean, it's a rough kind of time for Barrett. But the only thing I guess with him now is that in my mind, I feel like that's kind of where his arc sort of ends. Like from there on, he becomes much more of a passenger in the story and just kind of supports along. We'll see if there's anything more left to his story at this stage. Hopefully there is. Would be cool. But for now, at least, next up in the story is red. But it'll be a while, it'll be a few hours before we get to him. We've got a lot of stuff to do. Now, the Remnant Wave Tower says level 31. I do think dynamic difficulty has got to be a thing where, like, they do everything at a minimum of -3 of Cloud's level that you're doing related to the story. I have to imagine that, as opposed to me overshooting. So, we'll see.